Okay, in this video we're going to look at basics in C, reading, writing files, and command line arguments. So we'll start with command line arguments. And we'll go ahead and put a few things into the memorize directory. And we'll go ahead and add one here. Command line arguments. Okay, so this is a basic thing. We'll go and we'll just do read them as numbers, compute sum. So that's one thing. If we want to look at them as numbers, read them as strings, and print in reverse order. Okay, we'll start with arguments. Let's see, how are we doing names here? Okay, arguments, add. Oh, we should start with your pound includes that you're going to need. And now for doing arguments, we definitely need to do main like this. So that's our starting point always. I'll also call this okay, so this is command line arguments, but then we'll also call this empty if we ever need to start with a new file. Alright, so what we have here is argc is how many arguments, argv is an array of character pointers, and in C, char star is a string. Okay, so just to start off, we'll print off what we have. There are %i arguments. And under the theme of testing often, we'll go ahead and run this. Okay, so if I run it like that, it says there's one argument. If I run it like this, it says there's 4. So the argc, note on argc, name of the program itself is an argument. And also, yeah, okay, so we'll leave it at that for now. If we want to just look at each one, we would go from 0 up to argc, and we could print argument so argv is an array. I get into it like this. As long as I have my index here less than argc, that's okay. It's been filled out by the program. And for printf here, %i or %d, either one is the same for an integer, and %s for a character array or a char star, which is a string. Let's run it now. For arguments, the first one is the name of the program itself, and then on from there. Okay, I'm going to put this in quotes, just so it's there in case you want to look back at it, or sorry, in comments. So now I'm going to add up the arguments. So I'm going to have a total, and then I have my looking through every argument. But I'm going to start at 1 because I don't want to do the program itself. And what I'd like to do is total plus equals argv bracket I. Argv bracket I is a char star, so we need to convert it to integer. a to I is a function that does that, ASCII to integer. You might need to pound include something new. We don't. I'll go ahead and print the total. Okay, so there's the total. Now what happens if I run it 1 to hello? So when a to I is run with something that is not a number, it looks like it's returning 0, but you want to make sure. I don't see it here. We'll leave it like that. Okay, so our options are to make sure that a to I does what we want if there's no, if it's not a number, or detect that this is not a number. So we could look at the first character and see whether it's a digit or not. I'm going to skip that. Something else that we'll commonly have in command line arguments programs is to check to make sure we have enough. So if argc is less than 2, that means we don't have a number there, just the name of the program. So I would normally print a usage statement. Okay, something like this, and then exit. So exit will stop the program immediately. So it doesn't go and do the rest of the stuff. So this is your basic command line arguments program. You go from 1 up to however many there are. Arguments reverse, just as another example. Let's take off the usage statement. We're not going to have a total. We're still going to go through the arguments, but now I want to go through them in reverse order. So, right, I'll just give you what I'm expecting. So if they run 1 hello to bye, then the program should print bye to hello 1. Okay, so just print them in reverse order, which means I want to look at first this one. And what is the index for that? It is, so here will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this would be a 4. Sorry, this is the, yeah, this would be a 4. And what would argc be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this I want to start at argc minus 1. Keep going as long as it's greater than 0, and go down by 1. And then each time I want to print argv bracket I. So there's the array of strings, and I just start from the last index, and the last index is always however many there are minus 1. So this is a different program, arguments reverse. We'll do this example. Bye to hello 1 dot slash a. Okay, so if I don't want that dot slash a, then I want to only get down to 1 or greater than 0. Okay. So that would be command line arguments, and actually we'll go ahead and call that a video. And so the next video we'll be doing files.